recording. Okay.
Okay.
So hello, I'm Elizabeth and this is Francisco and we live in Santiago, Chile. And we're going to answer some of your questions. And the first one is, what kind of food do you have here? What kind of food do we have here?
Well, we have almost all kind of foods that you can imagine. We have a lot of vegetables. We have meat, milk, all the usual that you guys eat there. And we have fast food too. It's not that good for you, but we have it here. And like almost all of them. The really good thing that we have here is it's really fresh. Here, like all the vegetables are really like, they take them out, they put it right there, and they sell it here in like streets or like there's one day that they sell it, and you can go and get fresh vegetables and fresh fruit, and it's really like all of the food that you can imagine almost, and things that you don't have there too.
Lots of fruits that we don't have in the States. Lots of vegetables too.
Yeah, we have typical food too that is like national food. Like we eat it in the national days, and empanadas, cazuela, a lot of other things.
Miss Brandi can tell you about it. She ate it while she was here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. So the second question: how are the taxes different than the U.S.?
Okay.
And I can say that taxes here are a lot less complicated. When you go to a store in the States, for example, the price you see doesn't include the tax. But here, when you go to the store and you see the price, it includes the tax.
Yeah.
And concerning income tax, for me it's much simpler. Every month the government takes 10% of my paycheck and they invest it in national projects, and then in May I get the entire 10% back. So that's it's much simpler in the States. It's much simpler here than in the States.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, I do. That's basically what taxes are here.
Much simpler. Okay, the third, this is for you. About how many earthquakes do you have each year?
Okay. So, I don't know the actual data, like the official things, but like a citizen living here, I would say like there will be like a 30 or most, because some of them you cannot feel them anyway. Sometimes they're like little earthquakes that they last like 10 seconds or something like that.
Just kind of shake you
like
a little
shake
bit.
a little bit, but sometimes you don't feel it, like so. I would say like an average of 30. There could be more maybe, but like a citizen, like my perception of the earthquakes here, they're like basically 30 or something like that. But sometimes you can feel them most because like they're more bigger and the magnitude of the earthquake is more big. But like I will say like how many are those of?
I'm not sure.
It will be like
the
of
big
those,
ones?
yeah, like of those 30, it could be like 10. 10 of those is like, do you hear it about that? Do you feel that earthquake? Like people talk about it and everything, but most of them you cannot feel them.
Yeah,
that's all.
It's true. And the small ones are called temblores.
Temblores, yeah.
And
so those
like
are most little of them. Earthquake. It could be because there's no translation for that word.
And then the big ones are called
earthquakes. They're terremotos.
And those are the ones where you really shake.
Yes.
And I've been here for 2 years, and I've only felt one terremoto. Yeah. Okay. So the next one, why did you want to live in Chile? Well, I wanted to experience a different culture, a different place, a different way of doing things. I think sometimes in the States, we only think about the States. We forget that there's an entire world out there, and I wanted to experience it. For example, here in Santiago, where we live, the capital city, there are over 7 million people just in this city. So that's more than the entire state of Colorado. So I wanted to explore different places, know a different culture, learn a different language, eat different food. So that's why I moved here. And this guy. Okay, the next one. Do you remember the earthquake of 2010?
I do remember. Yeah, well, it was in the night that happened at, I think I remember it was 3:34 a.m., so in the night, really late. I hang out with my friends before, I remember, and then I come back home and I was alone in my sister's room. And I remember I was watching TV and I fall asleep with the TV on. And then I just remember waking up because I saw the TV and then boom, it turned it off and everyone was everything was shaking, like all the furniture and everything. And I just opened the door, go away from the room, and my brothers and sisters were upstairs in my home, and I told them to just go down. I picked them and I took it away from the house. I mean, we get off outside of the house. They were pretty scared, and we didn't realize how much it long, because like here, like I said before, most of the earthquakes last 15 seconds, but that particular one, it was an earthquake, big one, and it lasts like 3 minutes and something, I think. But yeah, I do remember, and it was crazy, and it was the other day it was really, really crazy, because like everyone was like, what happened, what's next, or almost. But yeah, I do remember it was it's scary, but not that much. Most of the people here are used to it. Some of them they really freak them out. But it's kind of like right now we are almost like all used to it, and the houses here, the buildings are built for that. So like a couple months ago, we were living in another apartment, and we have one earthquake, but not that big, but it was in the 18th floor of the building, so that was really, really high. You can like
it moves, it rocks the buildings,
like but like all the buildings are made up for that, so they have to like do this, and you never realize it until you feel it, because it's like it really does like this.
It's like a boat. It felt like we were on a boat, just rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
On the 18th floor.
I do remember, it's kind of normal for us right now. So like we're used to it, I guess. We always be.
It's new for me.
Yeah, we're always we always like take care of it. Like when it happens, we always know what to do. Like just calm down. If you can go out of the room you are, you have to do it and everything, and you have to be really calm. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. And let's see. What is the climate in Chile?
Okay, well, we have the 4 stations of the climate. We have backwards though, because you have in there, you have Christmas is the snow for you, and ours is like in the middle of the year. We don't have snow though in these cities, because like we're really far down. We're not that high up like Colorado does. But in my country, since like I don't know if you know Chile, but Chile is like a big thing like this.
Very long.
Like very long. So we have like in the north, we have desert, and it's like almost all the year it's like really, really hot. And then we have in the center, which is Mediterranean climate, it will be like then you can feel like the 4 seasons over there, because you have like the summer, winter, fall, and then spring.
So right now we're in fall. So it's starting to get cold here.
Yeah. And then in the south, it's always like really, really cold. Like in the winter for them, there's like rain every day.
Snow.
It's snow in some parts. Yeah. Here we don't have snow in the big cities. We have snow more high up, like I said, like
in the Andes.
Yeah, in the Andes. Like the mountains are really like high up, so if you want to go snow or ski, you have to go up in the mountains. But we have the 4 climates, and it's really, you can like have all of them in our country.
It has all the climates. All right. The next question: what is your favorite thing to do in Chile?
Oh, well, like most of them, well, hang out with my girlfriend, listen to music, what else?
Well, we have all the same things here in the
basically,
States than in the States, really.
Yeah.
There are some cool cities that we like to go to visit.
Hang out with friends.
Go to the beach.
Yeah, we have
go to the mountains. There's some really great art and music here. It's really fun. We like to go to concerts, things like that.
Concerts.
Live music, really great. Is it confusing to go from the U.S. to Chile?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, for me, being from Chile, it's not confusing at all, but it's different and it's new. Because like our countries are really, really different, but most of the things that are different is just like the ways things are. But it's basically the same. It's the same structure almost. And I wouldn't say different. What is it?
Confusing.
I wouldn't say confusing. I would say that it's exciting for me at least. It's really more exciting.
Yeah. For me, it was. I think it was confusing at first when I first came to Chile.
Yeah,
but it was more getting used to the different. Just how things are done differently here. The culture is a lot more relaxed. Things move at a slower pace. Small things are different, but once I moved past to that, kind of got used to the differences, then it's not really confusing. It's hard being away from my family. That's I guess emotionally confusing, but I feel that I've adapted well.
Yeah, most of the people from the United States where they come, well, not most of them, but some of them, they have some troubles adapting to us, to our like style of life. Because like here, for example, we don't have so many, how would you say that? Convenient? No, like
luxuries.
Like luxuries, kind of like that, like.
It's what's necessary.
Yeah, we eventually we survive here, but it's not like something that you would die or something like that. It's just that it's basically in our like way of life.
Chileans don't like extra things, or they don't need extra things. It's all about living life happily. With what you need, just what you need, not a lot of extras.
Yeah.
And I really like that. I do. I like that a lot. Okay. And so, what are the famous places in Chile?
Oh, okay. The famous places. Well, we have the really big, where we know that it's really famous is the Easter Island. I don't know if you have heard about it.
I'm sure.
They call it the how you call it?
The belly button.
The belly button of the world. and it's an island who is like 5 hours from here in plane. And they really have like their own system or civilization it could be.
It's unique. It's
unique,
different from.
Yeah, it's part of Chile too, but it's kind of like another country too. So that's one. And then, well, I don't know if you know it, but Valparaiso, where
Miss Brandi has been.
Yeah, it's a really cool city. It's because it's like it's the sea next to a city, or a city next to a sea would be.
It's called San Francisco of Latin America.
It will be, well, not that nice, but it has these own nice parts, and stuff like that.
And then there's the Atacama Desert to the north.
Yes. Yes.
Very
Atacama
famous.
It's like it's the most arido, I think. How you said that?
Arid.
Yeah, the most arid one.
Is famous for stargazers.
Yeah, and
very famous
because there are a lot of places there you can watch the stars, and they come from I think from the United States. They come a lot.
Lots
to
of scientists.
study because like the sky is so clean, and like you can watch everything at night, and it's really 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 cool. Yeah, and then I come from the center of Chile, like a little bit a city down far away from here, Santiago, like 1 hour. And then from the south you have Valdivia, which is, well, I don't know if you know it, but it's probably not. Probably don't, but it's a really good place. Concepcion is too. They're all cities from down there that is really cool and really nice. Like most of the people come to Chile, go there. Then to Patagonia, which is the other
very
thing.
famous.
Yeah, with the Torres del Paine, they're really, really famous, and a lot of your people come here to watch it, to see it. And then we have the Antarctica. We don't know that much about it, but we have a little space there too. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's that. So, what are the different jobs here?
Okay. Well, like the food here, we have basically the same jobs. You have engineers, doctors,
doctors, of course.
like everything you need as a society is almost here. Of course, there are a lot of jobs or businesses that you have there and we don't have here. We have maybe like a similar thing, but it's not like the same. Could be. But teachers,
geologists, a lot of geologists here.
Because we have copper here, and a lot of people.
A lot of mines here as well.
Yeah. So, and then, well, every profession you have here.
A lot of people in the sciences.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in the sciences. Yeah, most of them they travel to another country to study because here sciences are not that big, a big field. But still, like right now, they're starting to grow up. Yeah.
Okay. Question 9. What is the best thing you have ever done there?
Yeah. What is the best thing? Well, I don't have a particular one, but it's just one thing that I really like. Proud it could be, but not proud. It's just like, because like here, the way you see things is different. One of the most biggest thing that I have accomplished is just like, well, when I met her, we started to have a relationship, like a distant relationship, and then like we make it work, and then I was able to get all the money for go to United States and see her for like a lot of, well, not a lot, but like 3 times, and that's really, really for us here to go there. It's really, really hard and really expensive. It could be, yeah. That's one of the things here. But I have done a lot of like things and stuff. Not like, I don't know, I'm not famous. Like that's where you asking for, but. One of those things for us at least is seeing like a big thing here, like to travel, because like it's really really hard for us like to travel to other countries.
You know, I'm not quite sure what the coolest thing I've done here. I've done a lot of cool things.
We have done a lot of fun things.
A lot of really fun things. We went to a really big music festival recently that's pretty world famous.
Yeah.
And I haven't, unfortunately, I haven't traveled too much outside of the center of Chile because it is so expensive. But I went down south and that was really fun. I went rafting and zip lining and things like that. So.
We went to Cusco too.
Yeah, I traveled.
It's not in Chile, but
traveled
like,
outside.
It's really more easy to come from here to Cusco than
from the States.
Yeah.
I went to Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
I've been to Buenos Aires. Mendoza, some other places.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last one, are the houses different there?
Oh, well, here the houses are different as the same and they will be in the United States. Well, the difference there that you have here we don't separate like you can tell the difference between a neighborhood and another one. Like all the houses are together almost.
They're more uniform. Houses are more uniform.
Yeah, and sometimes they're more small. Yeah, in the streets here, that was one of the things that surprised me when I got there. The streets here are like a little bit more small.
They're narrower.
Yeah, they're narrow. Like they're just the right amount of need.
but the people here in Chile are much better drivers.
Yeah,
so they can weave in and out of traffic.
Yeah.
Navigate a lot easier.
Yeah, and but basically the only difference I could tell is the size.
The size.
The houses there are more big. It could be, but the shape is almost the same.
Yeah.
That's
For me, it was strange that there wasn't carpet, because here mostly they use hardwood floors or tile floors, and in the States I feel that most of us have carpet in our house.
My grandma and mama would say that it's more easy to clean.
It's easier to clean.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's because most of them they choose that kind of floor.
And also here too, families live together, so extended families. So you have more people in a house. You have grandparents and aunts and cousins all living together, all growing up together. Yeah. So a lot more people in a house. Exactly. Family is very important.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's all the questions you all had for us. Yeah. Thank you for listening. All right.
Yeah, that we will. And I don't know if you have another question, just let us know and we can answer. We will love to answer all the questions you have. It's so you can know how we live here and everything.
Okay.
So.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.